Autobots, transform!
What is up, Transformers family? Welcome to another episode of George Reviews. I am the 80s Transformers fan, and today I'm trying out a new camera. Actually, I tried it out a couple times before in a couple videos. I couldn't quite get the lighting right, and yes, I read the instructions. But I could quite get the lighting right, and I'm back to try to use this thing again for higher quality and just a better review. So let me know how you like it. Alright everybody, in front of me is Transformers Earthrise War for Cybertron Trilogy Quintesson Allicon. Here is his packaging. You can see him fully in the window box packaging, which is always nice. And immediately I see some parts forming down there. So it says Hasbro ages 8 and up, Transformers Generation Takara Tomy. Here is some awesome artwork on the side of the box. I think that's Quintesson back there behind him. Back of the box, product shot in both modes. A whole lot of to do with some language and stuff going on over here. And then the scene we all know and love blasting off. There's nothing further in this box. It is the same standard dimension box that we've been getting since Siege. Just the Earthrise deco. So I'm going to get the Alicon out of the box. You gotta forgive me with the focus. I am still playing around this thing. This camera comes with different lenses and everything, and I'm still trying to get like the correct one, so focus may be a little weird. Alright, comes with instructions. Now I do not read the instructions for my transformation because it's puzzle play. You're supposed to try to figure it out, and I actually do it on camera. I don't try to look all smooth when I do it. But here's his instructions for anybody who might want to know what they're going to get into when they get this figure, get in this figure, or have this figure. Instruction booklet, nothing further in the box, just this. I think it's a hazard warning label, and that is it for the box. I think. Okay, wait, oh yeah, the decoder is behind the figure now. This guy is tied down to the max. Look at that. I love his colors though. Colors look awesome. Here is his decoder. Get this out of here and see if we can find our word of the day, because all these packages have a secret message. Looks like it says junction. Most of these packages say junction right there in Gigantus. I think it says Gigantus. That's all I got. Now let's get this guy free. Let's try the fingernail clippers this time. Might be a little bit faster. This is a lot of tie down. Then I don't know if these are exactly to just secure the figure in shipping, but the thieves just take it home and take it out and bring back a whole new figure. So they wasted time with this mess. Something from a completely other toy line. I know it's like sad for collectors, but it's hilarious to see the things these people do, and these are like adults doing it. You know what? I'll just pull that one out. So the Alicon, I wish we could have got some type of bio on these guys. Maybe you may be able to read it online. A couple accessories. Apparently he has no independent personality whatsoever. Here is his Alicon tail. Which is pretty sweet. This thing looks great. It really does. The little gunmetal paint right here looks great. The plastic looks high quality. Feels high quality. It does. Let's take a look at the little guy. From Transformers 1986 movie and season 4 Transformers, and this guy was like the enforcer for the Quintessons, just a step over the Sharkticons. Let's take a look at his face if I can. I think this is as close as I can bring the face, and he has like a mouth guard like Optimus Prime. He has, it looks like a double. I mean, that's just the design. He has some purple on his face and some light blue with red eyes. Has a little soft rubbery thing on top. I did not expect that. Let's check out the functionality of his head. He can look up very far. and down, not at all straightforward. And he can look side to side. These little shoulder pad things are harder. I expected them to be soft like this after I touched it, but they're hard. Arms are purple plastic. He's got a lot of different plastics going on. Normally they will just paint it. This silver is just painted. And let's check out his arm rotation. This entire shoulder pad rotates 360. He can get the top arm joint on this little hinge right here out this far, not far, because this port is hindering it, and I don't need these guys to port. I collect these guys for like the G1 toys that I never got. So if you see my reviews, I really don't care about the whole port play system. He has an elbow bend, moving on, an elbow swivel, and it looks like, yep, and his hand rotates. He has some nice detail in his hands. You can make out his individual fingers. I got that in focus. The bottom of his arm is hollowed out. They're saving that plastic. Coming to his waist, he has a flap right here, and you lift up this flap and it allows him to rotate a full 360. Onto his legs, he can do the splits. They all can really get down with the splits. His front and back is great. Whee! He has a thigh cut. I see it right there. 360 if you wanted to. And the knee bend right there. This little dude has a lot of articulation. His big old foot comes forward and not back. And he has a rocker. Ooh wee. Wow. They got this guy. Because articulation is only as good as a pose that you can get the figure in. He can have as many points as you want, but if you can't make him look dynamic, especially this guy's an army builder, and you always want your army builder guys to form different positions because they're going to be the exact same figure on your shelf. Unless some people like the army just standing up straight. Like a military force taking orders too. He does that. But yeah, that's pretty cool that he can get squat like that and do a few different things, hold a few different, he can balance. I think that is awesome. And I already stuck the weapon in his hand, so much for that part. He holds it securely, and for what I see, and this is so cool, it's like two plastics. You have the lighter gray plastic here, and then the darker gray plastic. This is a little bit more pliable, I guess, so you don't get hurt. But it's so cool that they don't just wimp out and just give you one piece and hit it with some paint that's going to scrape off. So you don't have to worry about this little point scraping off. And back to this guy and his paint apps. His paint apps looks good. This purple right here is paint, while the hands and the upper forearms and the crotch piece right here is purple plastic. So I love it where they paint where they only need to paint, and you don't have to worry about it scraping off. Right here is gunmetal gray paint on his lower leg, which is cool. He has a lot of molding and detail in him. You can see the Alicon parts hanging off and the head hanging off. And I believe, let's see if we can connect this in this mold. It might have been just off for packaging, and I think that's awesome if it is. Because in this day and age, you really don't want a lot of parts forming, or maybe he can just walk around with it. Well, we'll see when I get the transformation, which I'm about to do next. So this is how it looks storing that tail piece. And let's see if he can store this little thing. It has a slot in it, just here. I'm thinking it pegs onto one of these secret little things right here. Yep, and he can store his weapon, which I really don't care about, but a lot of people do. So he can store his weapon. So like in the cartoon, when they would reach behind him and just mysteriously produce their weapon, you could pretend like that's what he's doing. He's reaching back, coming forward, and bam! He has a weapon, a spear. So let's see if I can get this guy transformed. And he pretty much, he's still standing on these 2 feet. So with the hands out, so I'm expecting not a whole lot. Okay, there's the head tuck. Let me see what's going on with this. Does it rotate out of here? Head tucks in. I think it tucks in. rotate the waist. I think this is how it goes. We're gonna swing this around. Oh, the mouth opened up for us. Wait, move this little piece. All right, and we just ooh, this is just bring these arms forward, I guess. And yeah, baby, I think this is it. This is it. But the funny thing is, it looks good. Man, I've been waiting for this figure for 30 plus years. It looks good. Other than the hands hanging out, they should have had it where the hands fold inward. That is so terrible that they didn't do that. So he just got the hands hanging out. But the colors just work. The colors look great. Then he has the nerve. They had the nerve to give him 2 rows of teeth. They could have been painted a little bit better. He has 2 rows of teeth at the top and the bottom. Wow. Was not expecting that. It has red eyes. The same color pattern that appears on the robot mode, appears on the Alicon mode. And yeah, I wish they had 2 when I saw this guy. I wish I had bought 2. So now, and I believe I got this right. You know, I don't do the instructions because it's part of the puzzle play. But we will take a peek at the box, though. That's not cheating. And that's what he looks like on the box. I just noticed his hands on the box are like a little bit purple, and these spikes are purple. So it doesn't quite match the aesthetic of the product shot. So this thing out of the way, and he's still carrying the spear on his back on that product shot. So let's stick the spear back on his back. It's 2 pegs. You can put it on either side, by the way. Yeah, so that is the Alicon in Alicon mode. Articulation. See, damn it, I just knew the head would rotate. So the mouth can open and close. It can open wide. He has a painted tongue, which is sweet. I'm loving this dude. He's a real simple figure, but I'm loving it. It feels solid. My joints are good. And I'm assuming it's the exact same articulation as far as the waist down. These little arms rotate still 360. Not still, but they rotate 360. And because of the reverse elbow bend, you can get them to come in, but you will expose the other arm. But you can do that. He's not reaching out grabbing anybody. Is this a joint here? No, it just looks like a joint. And it's that softer plastic, so you can bend it some. But that's it. In this mode, you get the leg articulation, a little bit of rotation of the arms, and that's it. The head won't look up or down. They could have squirreled something. They could have put this on a different joint, man. I guess we might have lost the mouth articulation. That looks pretty cool. It really does. I like it. I'm going to army build this guy now. I wasn't sure. I could have bought 2, but I kind of held off. I didn't jump the gun. Once I get 1, I'm sort of kind of satisfied. But get some comparison and keep rolling. All right, I was about to get this guy back into his robot mode, but I missed one little thing. He has a little bit of tail articulation. What this is for, I don't know, but it is there. Look at that. It just it kind of feels springy, but it is not. But he has just a bit of tail articulation that I missed. So I guess that's cool. So, all right, now for the size up and the rundown. Here he is with a Generation 1 Sharkticon. Here he is with, I think, was it Titan's Return? Sharkticon? Combiner War? I don't know. Whatever this evolving line is, Sharkticon. They actually make a bigger one that's available right now. It's the exact same mold. And I keep thinking about getting it, but I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole. And here he is with my third-party Quintesson set. You have the, I believe it's the bailiff. No, the executioner, the bailiff, and the Quintesson judge. And no, I have not found the new Earthrise Quintessons yet. I know I can get them online from some of the online stores for like $1 or $2 above retail price, but I'm still trying to find them for the sake of the hunt. So I haven't got them. I give it at least 30 days. I'm on day like 20 now. About 10 more days if I don't find them in the store, I'm going to get this guy back into his robot mode. Simply rotate the legs. And normally I don't transform them back, but this is absolutely nothing at all. Rotate the arms back around, the head back up into place, and we are done. So, having said that, I like the little figure. His paint job, what little paint is there, is done very well. It's a solid little dude. I was afraid that this might be parts forming, but it actually goes on there so you can display it on and off. It covers up the Alicon head in this mode, which is very, very cool. I wish I had bought more. I highly recommend this little guy. He's pretty sweet. So I guess that sums it all up. If you don't have him, go out and get him, especially if you I bought them for the G1 connection, not necessarily Earthrise. With a lot of the Earthrise figures, I'm feeling my Generation 1 void for figures they never made, just like Siege with the Jetfire in the animation mode of Skyfire. So this is another guy probably going to go over with my G1 toy display. I really like this dude. I should have grabbed the other one I saw. If I see any more, I'll be getting them. Thank you for watching another episode of George Reviews. The reviews where every toy has a story. Ba weep grana weep nitty bong.
I'll use the universal greeting. Universal greeting? Watch, I'll have him eating out of my hand. Ba weep grana weep nitty bong. Ba weep grana weep nitty bong.